Showing the position of this as it crosses the Canadian River near Southwest 149th, moving east-northeast.
Boy, there's some major.
Let's go back to First Alert Doppler radar if we could. Go ahead and use that in the picture. Kind of do that picture-in-picture thing.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's why I want to
And again, folks, stay in your basements as this storm moves across South Oklahoma City or into South Oklahoma City. Right now, in the path of this storm, potentially, is the city of Moore. It is just southwest of there. Another statement. A brief tornado was reported north of Anadarko. A tornado has lifted, but the storm is still dangerous and could redevelop at any time. So that's north of Anadarko. Jim Patton, where are you and what do you have for us?
Rick, we are on I-44. We were eastbound. We're about the 102-mile marker. We just went through, I'd say about 15 minutes ago, an incredibly harrowing experience with a number of other motorists here on I-44. The tornado, I know you've been tracking it as best you can. I'm telling you up close, it was absolutely terrifying. We thought we were looking at a wall of rain because of the width of this thing. As we got closer, it became clear that we were dealing with a twister. We then came upon a motorist who was actually going the wrong way on the roadway, trying to escape. He stopped his car, got out to scream at us, and then screamed, "Debris, debris." It was at that point that the sky became full of debris. Fortunately, nothing too large, nothing that would damage the vehicle, but nonetheless, extremely frightening. We then had to make a quick decision as to what we were going to do to try and escape. We decided
okay,
south of us until we raced. I can see it.
Okay.
Right ahead. But we decided to hit the gas and do our best to get away from it, as well as some other motorists did. We finally came to an overpass where people were out of their vehicles, hunkered down underneath as much concrete as they could get underneath, and it went by. And as far as we could tell from those that we spoke to here, everyone was okay. But an incredible couple of minutes there, and incredibly frightening, as close as I ever want to get to a tornado again.
Well, this tornado is close to the metro now as it continues to move its way across northern McLean and Cleveland counties, South Oklahoma County as well. And we're going to adjust the direction of this. It's more of an east to northeast movement at this point. And so if you live northeast of the Newcastle area, such as Moore, eventually down the road, Tinker, Midwest City, this is what you have to be on the lookout for from southwest 104th through southwest 149th, east of Rockwell. The storm will continue to move on through. We've been telling you for more than 2 hours now about the approach of this storm and where to go, so make sure you use that information wisely. Get to your storm cellar, your storm shelter, your closet, whatever it is or wherever it is you go. Remember that you folks across South Oklahoma City, really anywhere in Oklahoma City schools have been opened up for tornado shelters. If you don't have the opportunity to go to one of those, make sure you find an interior room, a closet, a bathroom, put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. All OK schools are opening up basements. If you have loved ones at the Myriad for the Blazers game, the game's been delayed until 8. They have been ushered to the basement of the Myriad. They are OK. Stay away from windows, doors, outside walls. Make sure you protect your head. If you're outside and you can't get inside, find a ditch or a ravine, anything that'll work. Make sure you have your radios tuned to News Radio 1000 KTOK. On the AM dial, FM, it would be 101.9, the Twister. Weather warn 5 at this point. When there are warnings out, the best thing that you can do is either keep it right here on Eyewitness News 5 or 101.9, the Twister, and News Radio 1000 KTOK as this thunderstorm with a potential tornado tracks its way across northern McLean, northern Cleveland, and southern Oklahoma County. Got lightning close to the station here. More information. Tornado warning. Here we go. Northern Cleveland, northern McLean, and Oklahoma County until 8. A couple of tornadoes have been reported with this storm. One was located at May and 119th Street in South Oklahoma City, and the other along Indian Hills Road in far northwest Norman. Going to delete these, get a little closer look at this. Once again, two tornadoes being reported. One at 119th and May in southwest Oklahoma City. The other one in Norman along Indian Hills Road in far northwest Norman. These tornadoes were moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. So we've got tornadoes in the metro area on the ground with these thunderstorms producing large hail in addition to the tornadoes. If you live in Choctaw, Del City, Jones, Midwest City, Moore, Newcastle, Nakoma Park, Norman, OKC, Spencer, Stella, make sure you are in your basements at this point. Most dangerous portion of this storm is a little harder to find now, but it looks to be very close to southwest 104th, right along or just east of the Turnpike, or I-44, and moving to the east-northeast at 20 miles per hour. East-northeast at 20 miles per hour. Jennifer Eve has more on the potential damage.
Okay, Rick, we're checking for damage estimates and also to see what things are being done to keep people safe here in the metro. We can tell you, though, now that if you have loved ones who are down at the Bricktown Ballpark, for example, there was a doubleheader supposed to be there tonight. The game so far has been postponed, and we understand that in the last few minutes the people have been ushered down into the basement for safety. Also the Myriad, I believe, people have been ushered down into the basement for safety. You just got to get as low as you possibly can. We also understand right now all Oklahoma City schools, as you mentioned, are open to be used as shelters. That also goes, for example, if you live in the northern part of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma Christian College, for example. Look for those tornado shelters that are close to your house. If you are north of the metro, you still have time to get there. The Cat Radio, KATT, FM 100, also broadcasting our coverage. You can, if that's the radio, the station that comes in best for you, take it in wherever you're going for shelter to get the latest information from Rick. Southwest 89th and Western reporting golf ball-sized hail. Again, Southwest 89th and Western. And, Rick, I know that's very close to where you are seeing a lot of the very, very serious information coming in on radar. Mike LaPointe. Mike, where are you?
Jennifer, I'll go over these safety tips here. I'll let you know that this is a very dangerous situation. Just talked to Sally down in Cleveland County. She's wondering, where do I go? I have a house that does not have a basement. Well, here's where you go. You go into the interior room on the lowest level, a hallway if you have to go there. If you have to get in your bathroom, that's a good place to go. Get in your bathtub, throw some clothes, throw a mattress, some sheets over your head. If you have a storm cellar, obviously that's the best place to go. But if you live in a mobile home, no way. That is the worst place to be. You want to get out of a mobile home. Go to one of those storm shelters we just showed you. Stay away from the windows. Stay away from doors, the outside walls. Protect your head. Most people die in these kind of storms because of the flying debris flying through the air. And if you're outdoors, lie flat in a ditch. It's better to do that than to be in a car. Rick?
All right, Mike. New tornado warning. This one northwest Oklahoma, Alfalfa County. Doppler radar indicated a possible tornado 4 miles east of Ingersoll, moving northeast at 25. If you live in Amarita, Byron, Driftwood, Ingersoll, in those areas, take cover now. That's Alfalfa County, tornado warning till 7:45. Again, here in the metro, latest reports of tornadoes, one at May and 119th, and one along Indian Hills Road in far northwest Norman. The storm, most intense portion of it from Will Rogers World Airport on to Moore and moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. If you live in Midwest City, Del City, South Oklahoma City, Moore, Norman, obviously be in the shelters. Be in the shelters. We have numerous power outages being reported. Power lines are flashing as being reported to me by Fast Unit 2.